Stop being so nice with men. What do I mean by that? Because I myself, I consider myself a nice girl, and I actually would encourage you ladies to be nice, as I think that's really attractive. And when you're nice with men, they actually feel more comfortable to approach you. But when I'm talking about being too nice, I'm not talking about a high value girl who is nice, polite, shows self-respect, has values, knows how to set in boundaries with people. Being too nice, such as people pleasing, putting him on a pedestal, forgetting about your life and starting to worship a guy. You're getting the difference? Hello, my name is Greta Bereisaite. I'm dating and relationship coach for women. For the awesome high value woman secrets, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And just before, I will share with you 12 ways on where being too nice will turn your guy off. Don't forget to take my free self-awareness test to find out are you a woman of high value or low value, which I will drop down in the video description box below. And if you like any of my merch, chase goals, no drama, you can get this in my YouTube store. So without further ado, let's start. How being too nice will turn him off. Number one, being too agreeable. It usually happens when you really like somebody and you're too scared to be yourself, just in case your opinions will clash and you think like, oh, he's not gonna like me anymore. Girls who are too agreeable, usually they don't feel their own value and worth. And they think that if they're gonna be themselves, the person will just not like them anymore. These girls tend to please people in order to be liked. The problem is when you are too agreeable or you're people pleasing, people start to take for you, they lose respect for you and they start to take you for granted. If you're in that place and he started to take you for granted, check out my video right here, what to do when he takes you for granted. Number two, where the girls usually behave too nice is when they initiate the contact. Ladies initiate the contact first when we give a man excuses, such as maybe he's too busy, maybe he's too shy, maybe something came up, I need to check in on him, I need to be nice and tell him good night, I need to be nice and tell him good morning. Maybe you had a great date and you feel like you need to text him first to thank him for the date. Or maybe you feel like he's too shy to ask you out again and now it's your turn, so you're gonna be nice and ask him out by initiating the contact. When you start to take the lead and behave like a man by pursuing him because you're being too nice, it will turn him off. If you would like to know why you should not pursue a man, you can check out my video right here. Number three, where ladies are being too nice is when we are scared to set in boundaries. And this one is a big problem in majority of relationships. So because girls are naturally more agreeable than men, because girls tend to enjoy peace more than men do, whenever a guy provokes her or whenever he's rude or disrespectful to her, a lot of ladies will not set in a boundary because setting in a boundary means a bit of friction happening. And because women are naturally more agreeable and like safety and security and peace, we tend to agree with a man or please him when he's being disrespectful towards her, just for that feeling of peace and security. It does not benefit long term because what happens is you give him green lights to walk all over you. Meaning that whenever he's disrespecting you and you're not standing up for yourself, it means he can continue disrespecting you. Therefore, he starts to lose respect for you. And you, because you don't stand up for yourself and he's walking all over you, you start to feel hurt, upset, and build up a lot of resentment towards him. So ladies, when a guy is at least a tiny bit disrespectful or he's checking will you stand up for yourself, you must stand up for yourself that same second. And no, I'm not that type of person that you can walk all over. That way, yes, you will create a bit of friction for that moment, but you will gain his respect, and you yourself will not be building up any resentful feelings towards him. And ladies, if you want to know how to set in boundaries with a guy properly, where you're not too rude or not too kind or too nice, and you're doing it just right, check out my video right here. Number 4, where ladies are behaving too nice, is when we start giving men presents. A lot of girls do this. So in some cultures, it's very common when you have a new friend to give something to that new friend. Or, you know, when you like somebody, you want to show them that you like them, and you buy them a little present, a little gift. So ladies that are not aware of men and female relationships, what works and what doesn't, when we start to like a guy and start to create a bit of bond with him, we start to buy a guy presents. The problem with that is, ladies, you give a guy a wrong impression of pursuing him, of charming him. It's not your place as a woman to pursue, charm him, or buy him gifts or presents. It's a man's job to do it. And if he will want to charm you, will start to really like you, will start to care about you, that is when he's gonna start buying little gifts for you himself. So your job is to be a lady, be patient, let him come to you and do his thing. Number 5, where ladies are being too nice, is when a guy takes them out and he offers to pay, and the girl jumps in and offers to split the bill. In my early 20s, I have definitely been in this place too, and the only reason I was doing that is because I was being too nice. I remember I looked at the bill and the guy was gonna take the bill, and I was like, oh, this is really expensive, maybe I should, you know, chip in as well. And obviously I offered, and he was so happy that I offered to split it, and we ended up splitting it. This is not what you do, ladies. It's a man's job to court you. And if he, let's say, takes you to a restaurant that he cannot afford, well, it's his fault. Maybe he should have taken you for a picnic instead, right? Don't be too nice by jumping in to offer to split the bill. If you'll jump in to split the bill, you know, and he says yes, the next date you're gonna be splitting the bill. The other date you're gonna be splitting the bill, and your whole dating or relationship will turn into 50-50. And once everything turns into 50-50, first, it does not work, because men and women are not the same. With a man and a woman, nothing is 50-50 about complementing each other. Second, when you start to do 50-50, it's very, very difficult to get out of it. It's very difficult to redeem yourself, like, oh, I'm not gonna be paying anymore. So don't be too nice, and don't do it in the first place. Number 5, where women are being too nice, is when the guy asks her out, and let's say maybe it's long distance, or you live in another town. For example, maybe he is 100 miles apart, and or maybe in another country, and you offer to either fly to him to see him, or drive to him to see him, or to meet halfway. Again, ladies, it's not your job to climb over those mountains, swim over those seas. It's his job to do that. It is his job to court you. If he's into you and he cares for you and he really likes you, let him court you properly and come to you all the way. Of course, if it's just the beginning of dating, and let's say you don't want him to show up at your house, meet up in a place that is safe and comfortable. But if it's something like where you're dating long distance, he still needs to come, maybe not to your door, but at least to your town. The other point is, and to be honest, I lost the count now, so I'm assuming I'm gonna get either to 12 or over 12. Let's see. The other point is, don't do things at the last minute. So for example, maybe he's a busy guy and he doesn't know when he's free or available, and he gives it to you as an excuse. Like when you tell him, look, I'm busy, let me know in advance, he's like, look, I'm really busy too, and I don't know when I have a free time. So whenever he gets that free minute, he just picks up a call, he calls you and he goes like, babe, would you like to meet up? I'm free, just come on over, and so on. Ladies, don't do that. Don't do that even if you're free, because if you will leave your house at this last minute, you're setting in the pattern that whenever he will call you, it's gonna be there like a pizza delivery. Guys, do not respect that or value that. If he wants to see you, he needs to ask you in advance, and if he cannot do that, well, then he'll just have to wait a little longer, which actually will make the dates more quality and fun. As the more you miss each other, the more fun the date is. I think I'm on number 8. If he asks you to do something for him, don't drop everything that you are doing and focus on doing that one thing for him. So for example, maybe he is writing an essay for uni and he says, babe, can you please write it for me? I really need your help. And now, because you want to please him and you want to show off what an amazing girlfriend you are and how smart you are and how helpful you are, you drop everything what you're doing, you drop your own work and you start writing his essay for him. Ladies, you can of course help the guy out if he asks for help, but be organized. Don't drop your priorities in order to please him. If he asks you to do something, if it's not an emergency, do it when you have free time. And to be honest, when a guy asks you to do something, yes, do it for him, you know, in your own free time. But what I would do, I would test it back. I would ask him to do something for me as well, and I would see how long is he taking to do it for me. Then I would check, are things actually fair in their relationship, or he's actually taking advantage of me. And if you feel like he's taking advantage of you, maybe it's time to set in some boundaries. The other one where I see ladies doing it a lot is putting too many smiley, happy, kissy faces in the text or messages. Because one of the things I do, I kind of go through my clients' texts and messages just to see the whole vibe, who's doing the pursuing, right? I see a lot of ladies put a lot of emojis in their messages. And for example, the guy like puts one kissy face or he puts a smile, and the girl like overpowers him with hearts, kissy emojis, smiley faces, and so on. You know, ladies, don't do that. Then you're putting hearty, like these love hearts, you know, kissy emojis in the messages. Again, you're pursuing him, trying to please him. You're being too nice, being too friendly. You are pursuing him. When you pursue a man like that, it will turn him off because you're behaving masculine. You're not giving him a chance to charm. You're not giving him a chance to make you his lady. Cut the emojis out, or at least mirror them with him so you're not overpowering him. And ladies, I have a really awesome texting video for sale, which I really would recommend you to get it if you want to know how to stay attractive via text and not to turn him off. Here comes the last one, which I think is very important, if not the most important one. And I know a lot of women have done it and are still doing it now. And it is trying to please him by having sex with him. Especially when you're dating a guy that you really, really like. He's charming, you fancy him, bonding, you're connecting with him. A lot of women get scared to lose a guy like that, and they put themselves on a plate by trying to seduce him in bed, or the guy keeps pressuring them to have sex and the girl just gives in because she gets so scared to lose that guy. Ladies, if you're not comfortable or not ready to sleep with him, not sleep with him in order to please him. If he's really into you and he really sees your value and worth, he will wait until you're ready. And if he's not waiting for it, it's because he was never interested in real you in the first place. So ladies, take your time and rather be safe than sorry. So ladies, these were my 12 examples of where being too nice will turn him off. And I'm really sorry because I know I lost the count along the way, but I'm assuming I gave you about 10 or 12. So yeah, sorry about that. If you liked this video, please press like. Please let me know in the comments below more examples where you feel you've been too nice and you turned the guy off, so the other girls can learn from them too. Join Greta's High Value Woman School, where we are all in the same boat, learning how to be women of high value and bring out the best in our men. Follow me on my Instagram. My Instagram is called Ladies Relationship Coach. And for one-on-one group coaching with me or a member of my team, book me through my website, which is called gretabereisaite.com. And if you would like to know how to stay attractive via text, games, mentally on women, how to control your emotions, how to love yourself, or how to get your ex back, I have all of these videos for sale on my website, which is called gretabereisaite.com. If you would like a bit of financial independence and would love to know how to turn your hobby into an online business, whether it's part-time, full-time, or even run a whole company, I have an awesome business package for sale, which I will drop as a pinned comment under this video. Thank you for watching, my queens. Kisses from Dorset.